When you learn how to enroll, guys, you can sell to people in a Starbucks line. Like I had Vince was one of our last clients actually that was in your program, Vicky. I enrolled him in after a yoga class from a 5-minute conversation into a $15,000, a $10 to $15,000 offer in a non-salesy way. Do you guys see the power when you prioritize selling, when you learn how to skill up on your sales, like everything becomes possible inside of your business?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So
Because
real
we
quick,
see the possibilities.
yeah, you
Yeah.
have to start to see the possibilities.
Yeah, we see it
Yeah,
in that
love
call.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vicky. Okay, the last and most important shift that you can make with your enrollment conversations is that you have to have a predictable, repeatable structure to lean into on every conversation, right? Many of you guys are getting on calls and you're winging it and you're having inconsistent results. You're not consistently closing customers because you're letting the customers lead. You don't know how to get the conversation back together because you don't really even know how to conduct an effective high ticket sales enrollment conversation that's collaborative, that gets the clients to uncover for themselves that working with you is the next best step. So you end up getting lost. The client ends up getting lost. The client ends up leading. You never end up, many times you never even end up talking about the value of your product because the client has to go because they've done a lot of the talking and they've led the call and now they're ending the call. This is the biggest problem that I see with most experts is that they don't have a predictable structure of how to conduct these enrollment calls or conversations that actually end up in more sales, right? And that working with you is the next best step. So you end up getting lost. The client ends up getting lost. The client ends up leading. You never end up, many times you never even end up talking about the value of your product because the client has to go because they've done a lot of the talking and they've led the call and now they're ending the call. This is the biggest problem that I see with most experts is that they don't have a predictable structure of how to conduct these enrollment calls or conversations that actually end up in more sales, right? And would you guys be opposed to having me share how I could support you in creating a really powerful structure so you're consistently closing more high ticket sales? Like before I go into that, I got to tell you, it's not for everybody. Like if you suck at what you do, like we can't help you. Remember that first graph that we talked about. But if you're great at what you do, you offer a valuable service and you have the desire to close more sales, like this is for you. But if you're not great at what you do, if you're just getting started, if you're looking for overnight mailbox money, this is not for that. This is for genuine experts who want to build a reputation, who care about being the trusted authority in their field, and who want to build a massively successful business, right? And so let me ask you guys in a chat question, what is the likelihood that you would improve your sales and your ability to close more sales and make more money for yourself and more impact for your clients if you learned sales from somebody who has personally closed over $50 million in sales? Like what's the likelihood that you would actually get better at selling? Like put it in the chat. What's the likelihood that you'd be able to create more freedom and more impact with the conversations that you're already having if you learned sales from someone who's been the top performer in not one Fortune 500 company, but multiple Fortune 500 companies, right? Yeah, very likely. Like put a percentage in there. Like what's the likelihood that you don't improve at all, right? By the way, like how much have you closed so far? And if you've closed more than $50 million in sales, the likelihood of you not learning anything from me is still like 1% because we've coached 6, 7, and even 8-figure sales teams to close more business, right? So I want to share with you guys an opportunity of how you can learn sales from me at the highest level, where I'm going to actually give you my entire sales framework. This is exactly what to say. This is how to show up on the calls. This is how to show up in a way that pre-handles objections before they even becoming objections. And we're going to, by the end of the program, you're going to have a fully written out like script and structure of exactly how to conduct a high ticket sales conversation, right? And typically before this call, to get access to this training, it's our coveted training that we teach. We call it Mastering the Art of Collaborative Enrollment. To get access to that, you'd have to invest anywhere from $15,000 all the way up to $65,000 to $100,000 to get access to this training, right? But I not only want to give it to you guys at a really crazy price, but I want to teach it to you live. So we're actually able to role play together. Nicole and I, she's a private client. We do a lot of role playing and her sales have just gone through the roof. She just landed a client, 80 facilities. Imagine if you had a client where you could just know how to sell and it opened up 80 potential new clients for you, like just from one enrollment conversation, right? So we want to teach you how to sell. And we want to teach you how to sell in a way that's authentic, in a way that's powerful, in a way that closes way more sales and creates more freedom and impact for you. And it's really simple. I wanted to make this so attainable to everybody on the call. And it will be $2,500, but if you take action today on the call, we're going to do it for $497. I'm putting the link on the chat. We're doing it for $497. And if you buy today on the call, we will also guarantee that you get a hot seat with me, which means like you will be able to unmute yourself. We'll be able to workshop your sales and enrollment conversations with different parts of it. Like saying, okay, help me with the intro. How do we frame the call? How do we handle objections? This is my particular offer. Am I presenting it in the right way? How do I transition from really uncovering the needs to making the solution into the offer? Yeah.
This is not just a one-day workshop.
Yeah, this is not a one-day workshop. It's going to be recorded. So it's going to be, we start it on the 18th and it's every Tuesday. It's what are the dates on it?
Yeah, every Tuesday for 3 weeks in a row. So
Yeah.
the exciting thing is that you get to practice and implement in real time over the course of 3 weeks. This framework. So you learn the framework, you role play with Coach Bobby, you begin to flesh out your sales script and all of those things, but then you go and you take them into your sales conversations and you come back and you get real time feedback on potential clients who you're in conversation with, and strategic coaching from Bobby to be able to help give you personalized coaching to move the needle forward in those conversations as well.
And if you miss any of the trainings, it's all going to be recorded. You're going to have access to that for 3 months. So just learning my sales framework is worth tens of thousands of dollars. And we're going to be going live every day, every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So even if you pop on, get your coaching and pop off, and then go back and watch the recording, you'll have 3 months access to the recording. So you're going to get the script, you're going to get the framework, you're going to get how to pre-handle objections before they even, how to prevent 90% of your objections that you're getting from even happening, and how to present your offer and transition into your offer in a way that helps the clients say yes on the call, rather than giving you the, let me think about it, right? We got a lot of people that are coming into this. So I really want to answer any questions right now about anything with our offer or anything that you've learned today. But you have to actually get guaranteed a hot seat with us, you have to buy on the call, right? And it will be $497 till the end of today, and then it goes up. It's going to go up to $2,500. So it'll be $497. I think tonight it changes to $500 or $697, then it goes to $897, all the way up to $2,500. So if you want to improve your sales, 100% of you would just need to get an ROI on this. You would just need to sell one of your offers, and probably most of you a fraction of one of your offers to get an ROI on this. But the reason why we're doing this is because we want to really showcase what a difference we can make inside of your business, because we know if we could do this, you're going to want to continue learning from us, and it's going to make a huge difference in your enrollment conversations. And when you invest in your ability to sell, you're going to make a lot more money, and you're going to be able to reinvest in your business and also create the freedom that you're fully capable of. So I want to take any questions that you might have about the program. You can raise your hand or unmute yourself, and we're here to. Yeah, so basically what it comes with, it's a 3-week program. We start on the 18th. It's every Tuesday for 3 weeks. And basically we're going to cover how do you have a really powerful enrollment call, right? What's the energy you need to show up with? What exactly do you need to say to frame the call? How do you introduce the call? How do you create rapport and connection with them instantly? How do you uncover the true needs of the clients, not from a surface level? Most of you are learning these generic questions that just get surface responses. Surface responses result in surface answers, and surface answers never makes the sale, right? So we're going to show you how to go deep with the client quickly and how to close in one conversation, right? And it doesn't, by the way, we're using this to close offers anywhere from like 5,000 all the way up to multiple 6 figures. So this works regardless of the price points, right? And this is something that's helped me close over 50 million in sales and be the top performer in 2 Fortune 500 companies. So we're going to be covering the structure of the call. We're going to give you the framework, the mindset, the energy. We're going to do some role playing so you know how to handle objections. We're also going to cover objections. We're going to show you how to prevent 90% of the objections from even happening, but then we're going to show you how to actually handle the objections when they come about in a really empowering way. And we call it frictionless selling. Like, we're going to show you how to keep that position as the guide and the trusted authority throughout the entire conversation. So by the end of it, when you make the offer, it's more prescriptive rather than you like pushing it on the customer. Because if the customer feels that, that's the why they're not buying from you right now, right? And so I want you guys to take an inventory, an honest inventory of how many sales calls, how many enrollment conversations have you had that you haven't been able to close in the last year? Just take an average and then take the price of your product, right? So if you have let's say you have a $2,000 offer and you've blown, maybe 20 or 30 calls this year so far. That's, let's say 20 or 30 times 2,000, that's $60,000. This has costed you $60,000 by not knowing how to do this effectively. Do you guys realize that? Like, think about it like that. Like, the tax of you not knowing how to do this has already costed you $60,000. And for most of you, it's way more than that, by the way. So I want to answer any questions you guys might have about the program. It's every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We start next week, next Tuesday. And if you buy on the call, you're guaranteed a hot seat with us. And to get private coaching from me, to get like actually my eyes in your business, like our private coaching program starts at like 60K. So this is a crazy no-brainer. Yeah. It's $497, guys. Like, jump in and get it. I can't make this any more attainable, right? So what questions can I answer for you guys about the offer, about the program? You can raise your hand, unmute yourself, or just put it in the chat. Awesome. Nicole's in, Roxy's in. Amazing. Who was the other one? Yes. 11 a.m. Pacific, yes. No, but we do that in our other group coaching program, but that's a whole different thing. Selling is the heartbeat of your business, guys. And when you prioritize selling, everything becomes possible for you and your business. It's recorded too, just in case. Yes, it will be recorded. So like, let's say you miss one of the training days, you'll get access to the recording for 3 months. So just getting the framework is worth tens of thousands of dollars. You're going to have access to that. We're going to send you the PDF with the entire framework. You're going to leave the training with your entire script all written out, customized for your specific business. You're going to leave there with more confidence on how to close a high ticket sale than you ever have in your entire time in business. I guarantee you. And you're not only going to have a script to lean on, but when customers start to ping off of and start to lead the conversation, you're going to learn how to get the leadership back in your sales call so you can get them to a close. If you are not leading the call, you can't lead the close. Everyone write that down. If I can't lead the call, I can't lead the close. If you're not closing, you're not leading. The client will never experience your transformation if you don't close. Do you guys see the importance of this? Like, this is not for me. Like, my life's not going to be different when you give me $497, right? That's not going to change. But your life, your ability to create more wealth and success inside of your business will be able to be really elevated when you invest in the coaching that you need in order to close more sales and make more business for yourself, right? It will transform your life. Teach them how to sell and feed them for life. Like, that's the truth, right? I can go out and make a sale for you, but that's like me giving you a fish. Or I can teach you how to fish where you're casting a net and you're coming back with shit tons of fish that's going to feed you for life. And that's what I want to do for you in this. Because if I never serve you again, at least I've taught you the skills to close more sales and to feed your family and to make a difference for your business and your society and your impact using your gifts. Otherwise, you're wasted potential, right? We don't want that for you. So great to see you guys. If you have any questions, I'm going to put Allie's. Allie, can you put your link? Awesome.
Chat. She actually is in as well. She
Awesome.
purchased before the call.
When you go deep, when you learn how to structure an enrollment conversation, when you go deep and when you learn how to sell in a collaborative way, you can literally create all the success inside of your business that you ever thought possible. Like, it's not platform dependent. It's not, this only works on a webinar. This only works on an enrollment conversation. This literally can work everywhere. When you learn how to structure an enrollment call or an enrollment conversation, you could sell anything at any price point, anywhere, anytime, on or offline. So super excited to be connecting with you guys and sharing with you guys the framework. It will be a game changer in your business. It will never again be this price point. I can promise you. Yeah. It's going up to $2,500. So if you get it today on the call, here's the link. You'll get a hot seat guaranteed. And yeah, so jump in. All right, guys, super excited to be serving you guys. We got a bunch of people that joined and can't wait. Get ready. If this